Taking risks. Those two words can stir up so much inside of us. Excitement, fear, uncertainty, hope. It's easy to stay where things are familiar, where you feel safe, where you know what to expect. But staying there, staying in that comfort zone, that's not where life happens. That's not where dreams are made. If you want to grow, if you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to take that risk. The thing is, we often talk ourselves out of it, don't we? We think of all the things that could go wrong. The failure, the embarrassment, the judgment. But what if we flipped that mindset? What if instead of thinking about what could go wrong, we started asking, what could go right? Because the truth is, nothing worth having ever came without a risk. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, the things that matter most require you to step out into the unknown. They require you to be brave enough to take a chance on yourself, on your abilities, on your potential.
Why should you take that risk?
Because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. Everything. Every goal, every dream, every desire, it's all waiting for you. Just beyond that leap, you can't get there by standing still. You can't reach it by holding back. ETs. Talk about fear for a second. Fear is one of the biggest reasons we hesitate to take risks. But what is fear, really? Fear is your mind trying to protect you from the unknown. It's a defense mechanism that's designed to keep you safe. And while there's nothing wrong with being safe sometimes, the problem is that fear doesn't know the difference between danger and opportunity. Fear just sees the unknown and raises the alarm. But if you listen to fear every time, you'll miss out on some of the greatest opportunities life has to offer. Ask yourself, how many things have you already missed out on because of fear? How many dreams have you let go of because you were too afraid to take the risk? Now, think about this. What if you had taken those chances? What if you had stepped forward instead of stepping back? What would your life look like now? You see, the regret of not trying is so much worse than the fear of failing. When you take a risk, you may stumble. You may fall short, but at least you'll know. At least you'll have an answer. You won't have to live with the what if that gnaws at you. That sits in the back of your mind, reminding you of the chances you didn't take. Here's the thing about risks. Even when they don't work out the way you planned, they still move you forward. Failure isn't the end, it's part of the process. Every risk you take, even if it doesn't go perfectly, teaches you something. It makes you stronger, it makes you wiser, and it prepares you for the next opportunity. The only real failure is in never trying at all. When you take that risk, you're opening doors. You're putting yourself in situations where amazing things can happen. You're giving yourself the chance to grow, to expand your horizons, to discover new parts of yourself you didn't even know were there. Risks are how you evolve. Risks are how you step into the person you were meant to become. And let me tell you something. You are more capable than you think. We tend to underestimate our own strength, our own abilities. We doubt ourselves, second-guessing whether we're good enough or ready enough. But you have everything you need to succeed already inside of you. You just have to trust yourself. You have to take that leap and believe that no matter what happens, you'll figure it out. Because you will. You've faced challenges before. You've overcome obstacles. This is no different. There's something powerful that happens when you take a risk. Changes how you see yourself. It shifts your identity from someone who plays it safe to someone who is bold, courageous, and willing to bet on themselves. That kind of mindset? It's unstoppable. The more risks you take, the more confidence you build. You realize that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. And once you taste that kind of growth, that kind of self-belief, there's no going back. But let's talk about the other side. The side where things do go right. Because that's the real beauty of taking risks. Sometimes, they pay off in ways you never expected. Sometimes, you take that leap and land exactly where you're supposed to be. You meet the right people, you find the right opportunity. You experience success that was only possible because you had the courage to step out of your comfort zone. Think about that dream you've been holding on to. The one that keeps coming back to you, no matter how many times you push it aside. That dream is calling you for a reason. It's there because deep down, you know you're capable of achieving it. But you won't get there by waiting. You won't get there by playing it safe. You owe it to yourself to take that risk. You owe it to yourself to see how far you can go, to find out what's possible when you stop letting fear dictate your decisions. Because the greatest risk isn't in trying and failing, it's in not trying at all. It's in letting life pass you by while you wait for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity. That time doesn't exist. The only time you have is right now. So, take the risk. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to the unknown, to the adventure, to the possibility that this could be the moment everything changes for the better. Because at the end of the day, you won't remember the times you played it safe. You'll remember the times you were brave, the times you dared to step into the unknown, the times you discovered just how powerful you truly are. And who knows, that risk you're hesitating on right now? It might just be the first step toward the greatest chapter of your life. Take it, you won't regret it.